everyone. I know I haven't been posting a lot here recently. I've been working on some other things, like was converting a couple of my rocket races to Express LRS. Maybe you can see the little antenna down in there. Oh, I got a prop in the way. If I can get the camera to focus, well, you'll have to trust me. I've got 4 of these because they are my favorite micro in the world. Little tiny things, run 2S, little 300 milliamp batteries, and they fly for like 4 minutes. They're tons of fun. I was working on taking the Beta FPV HX 115, the long range, and putting better motors on it to make it more fun and flyable. And the VTX burned out, so now I got to swap out the VTX. And then I've been flying back here the analog version of the Baby Hawk. This one is surprisingly closer to the Crux 35, but not quite. There's a weight difference there. So I was actually just talking to someone today about this versus the Crux 35 versus some of the others on the market. So yeah, these things will be coming. But then we ran into, well, and there's the Gepard C35. I've got that as well. I haven't even started flying that one yet. But we run into about like 3-4 days of just consistent rain throughout the day. Not terrible heavy or anything, just kind of dreary days where it just rains and rains and rains and rains. But I do have a question for you. Radio Master has sent a bunch of stuff to everybody who seems to do videos on YouTube. And this is the WT01. It's a wireless trainer. I've never used a trainer before, but I'm thinking that in combination with their new radio, because I gave the others away, at least I think I did. I haven't checked through the boxes. There's one box over there that's still wrapped in the brown paper that I ship stuff giveaways out in that could be one of these. I'm not sure. But anywho, I was thinking that maybe I could use this and have my daughter, who seems to be the only one of my 3 kids who wants to or shows any interest in RC and FPV, if I could use this in somehow. Now, I've never used these, like I said. I read through the manual, and it's got a button on it for binding, and it binds in D8 mode or D16 V1. I think it also says F or SHFSS, which I believe is Futaba. But if you've used one of these, especially with a young person, not necessarily something like this, a trainer, let's just say a trainer, if there's any tips that you found that have helped them kind of take to it, give them that freedom of RC, I'd be very interested to know, because it does seem like with this being wireless, we can get rid of the wires between us. We can just be relatively close, and maybe I can help give her more success, and therefore I can maybe help her enjoy it more. She was driving the C73 car around today after school. So, and she sent me a text asking where the old Emax FPV car was. She had misplaced that. That's another one that she drives. So I'm hoping maybe we can continue to build that momentum. But there's a host of other things. I think most of this stuff has been covered by everyone. So if you're still watching, thank you. Hopefully you get a laugh or some entertainment. I think the thing that Radio Master sent that's most impressive are their CNC gimbals. And I know that Joshua Bardwell made 1 or more videos on these. They are very impressive. I haven't installed them yet. I don't use... this is the one I haven't unboxed yet. I unboxed the other one. Let me get that one out. I use the Jumper T-Lite, which I know is kind of sacrilege here and having all these Radio Master products, but it just fits my hands better. It fits what I need to do. But Radio Master, probably without a doubt, has got one of the most popular radios in all of FPV in the TX16S. I think most people feel that that's a very, very solid radio, and it serves many people very, very well. And these new all CNC gimbals, they're really something, not just to look at, but to feel the heft and the weight and how smooth it is. It's impressive. My understanding is Futaba has some of the best gimbals around. I don't know that to be a fact. That's just what I've heard. And if they're better than this, holy catfish. But these are expensive. I think I saw them for $140 a set. It's one of those things that, we do a lot of things that we don't necessarily need to do, like LEDs on our quads and stuff like that. This, too, is one of those things. It won't make you fly better. It won't make you easier to learn new tricks or be faster or anything like that. But it might bring additional enjoyment just having the Well, the looks for one, the LED light sort of thing, and just how smooth it is. I guess it could technically make you a better flyer in some way with how smooth it is, but I think that's probably the most impressive product they've launched within this new group. It is impressive that this radio is only $39. Excuse me, little cough break. $39, and it does have a USB port on it, so this would be good to get started using a computer simulator. You plug it in and just kind of get used to flying. My understanding with the computer simulators, I'd rather fly. I don't tend to use them. I've tried a few of them. The one I've tried the most is Tiny Whoop Go, just because I have an affinity for whoops. But I tend to just fly them in the house. I've always got batteries charged. I've always got a whoop available, so I tend to just fly in real life. But my understanding with most of the simulators is that you need to have a fairly recent machine with a fairly good graphics card so that it feels like it's supposed to. That way it translates a little bit better to in real life. But at the very least, with a computer simulator, you could probably get used to the gimbals and the way you move things in order to get the quad to do stuff like coordinated turns, pitching down when you're coming around a hard turn rather than just using yaw and roll. You use a little bit of pitch. You can learn those things, and for $39, yeah, and you can use it with whoops. It does D8 mode. I believe this light version only does D8 mode. So that means, our all-in-one whoops. Technically, with my favorite micro, they're D8 mode because they have that all-in-one board with the receiver and the VTX, the ESC, and the flight controller all-in-one board. That's D8 mode. So maybe if you're suffering and you have a radio that doesn't do D8 mode and you need something that does do D8 mode, this might be an option. I personally think the gimbals are a little bit stiff, but I like almost sloppy gimbals. I like them to be very, very loose because I pinch. And maybe that's why. Maybe it's just because my fingers aren't all that pliable. I don't know. Anyways, so AG01 gimbals, they're super nice. I am going to install them in my, you can't hardly see it. It's right there. And that is my TX16S Max or Pro. It's the one with the leather grips on it. I'm going to put those in there just to top it off. Maybe one day I'll give that away because I don't actually fly with it, but I keep things around sometimes for reference points too. I doubt these are for sale, but they were in the package. That look like Maverick. Hopefully not Goose, because I think Goose was losing most of his hair. Not that losing your hair is a bad thing, but it's just something I haven't suffered from. Maverick, maybe? A little Tom Cruise-like? Light skin, dark hair. Getting lighter by the year. Oh, those glasses did come with a case and a branded fancier bag, too. But obviously, I wear glasses, so wearing those sorts of sunglasses just isn't an option for me. Matter of fact, there's only one person in our household that doesn't wear glasses. My wife had LASIK surgery, so she kind of cheated. I think the rest of us are just going to stick with glasses. Fun fact, I played baseball in college. I was not a hitter, though. Was never a very good hitter. I didn't get glasses until I was 37. I don't know. I had my eyes tested regularly, and I had better than 20/20 vision all through high school and college. Then somewhere after my 30s, my vision started going down. My prescription isn't very strong, though. But most people, like my kids, they've kind of all had glasses pretty early on, once we figured out they were having vision problems. I suspect this is a freebie that you probably get in a lot of different packages. It's I think it's like a keychain thing. In college, I used to use something like this. It was actually the real long strap, so you could throw it around your neck. But, yeah, that was sent. Oh, these are the LED rings. These are actually just the plastic bits, the LED rings. I haven't pulled those out of the box yet. Kind of a fancy little bling thing. I will probably put those into another radio. That way they go, they find a home, and then when I give those things away, as I oftentimes do here on the channel, they'll have an little extra. I've got the Eachine one. Yeah, the Eachine one. It's made by Radiomaster. It has the Eachine brand. It has the adjustable gimbals, which is one of the features of the AG01s, is they have a front-facing gimbal adjustability. They have screw holes right there on the front. The Eachine one has that, but they're not CNC gimbals. I'll probably put those LED rings around that one, so that will be kind of a fun thing. Looks like we got a transmitter bag. Let's see if a transmitter or radio fits. Well, of course it fits. It's actually kind of a touch big. I don't know why you would use this over a case. Maybe you'd use this and then you put it inside another bag. Maybe it was just something they threw in. I don't really know, but it's kind of, I mean, I've got a TX16S inside, the Pro or the Max inside there. And the zipper kind of opens to the bottom, which I kind of find a bit strange, just proof concept of what I've got in here. So it does fit, but I'm not sure the use case. Maybe it's just kind of a thing. Maybe if you're in a really dusty or dirty environment. Maybe. The last couple of bits, I think we need to go top down. So we've got a Radiomaster case. This is kind of almost rubber-like, and then it's got two zippers on each side with a handle here as well. But what I wanted to show you was this configuration. You know, this is a full-sized radio in here, the TX16S, as well as my Orca goggles, and then we have this zippered area up here that we could, you know, store extra things in. I was kind of hoping it was a touch bigger so that I could squeeze a Whoop. And I might be able to. Let me move this. Let me grab a Whoop too, because I'd like to be able to put a Whoop, then I could put batteries around kind of any other loose spots, kind of like a Micro Guy go bag. And I like the 75mm variety. Yeah, that'll probably work. Is that going to shut and knock it? No, that should be fine. I just don't think we'll want anything in this section of the bag in order to, you know, crush down on our Whoop. So you could get one, maybe if you have 65mm Whoops, you could get another one in right up in here, and then you could sprinkle some batteries around stuff. Of course, you know, probably need to put gimbal protectors in here to make sure the radio stays safe. But yeah, it's a hard case, so it should be more durable. Of course, it's not something you want to be throwing across the parking lot. It's not that sort of durable. It's just keep it from those casual bonks that tend to break our switches. There's one more case over here. Yeah, this one's pretty much just a radio only case. There's not going to be a lot of extra room in here. Matter of fact, you know, these sort of strappy things, you know, they're going to be a little bit of a challenge. I think you're going to have to bow things around a touch in order to get the Velcro to hold. Is that gonna? No, it's good and tall there, so that's not really an issue. Hopefully I'm not jiggling the camera. Then it's got this strap in here. So you can strap her down. And we have another one here. So yeah, this is a radio only case, but this is definitely, it's, you know, another similar sort of hard case with a carrying handle and everything like that. So I wouldn't have a use for this. The other bigger one can serve as a go bag or a secondary go bag when I'm packing light, maybe going on a short weekend trip. I'm going to take a dozen Whoop batteries or something like that, and my favorite Whoops or what have you. It's got just enough room for batteries, maybe two Whoops, my radio and my goggles, and serve as a pretty good go bag for a short weekend trip. Or maybe some gorilla whooping for some of you people like that go out to the malls and whatnot and just cause chaos. If I didn't mention it already, I do plan on doing like a stick cam for this, just to kind of show me flying it a little bit. I haven't done a stick cam in a while, and I have a feeling that the weather might keep me inside more days than it won't here coming up. I need to find my chest mount. I looked for that earlier today and I can't seem to find it. I probably cleaned up and I misplaced it, so I'll find that, and then I'll do some whooping around the house, and we can have fun with a little stick cam and using the T8 Lite. But anyways, you know, Radiomaster just launched all these products. They sent them out to everyone. I thought I'd go through them real quick, and we could maybe have some laughs or a little bit of entertainment or something to do for a little bit. I guess if I can't find that strap, I'll have to order another one. I can spend some time installing those AG01s in my TX16S Pro. So I've got some RC things to do, something fun down on the bench, something on the desk. If you have any comments or questions, I really want to know about that trainer, the WT0, the wireless trainer, and how that sort of thing works, and any tips you guys might have for me, and especially getting a young person. She's 11, but she's going to be 12 real soon, and she's the only one of the three that's shown any interest, and I'd like to have an RC buddy a little bit. She'll do it with me, and the others will come out and sit and watch on a monitor, but it sure doesn't last very long. But, so if you have any tips, I'd sure appreciate those. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or just anything you would like to say, let me know down in the comment section below. I appreciate your time. And thanks for watching.